would I define as a geek? Someone who is very passionate about something that most of society would probably consider as a niche or a subculture.
Anyone who'd be into alternate culture, like not so alternate as though, in as much as like rocker or punk or something, alternate as in they enjoy the more cartoony or graphic sort of things.
Proper into games, comics, certain TV shows.
People who like comics, people who like things that are fun, I would say, maybe.
I used to be called one myself, not so much anymore. I don't really play much games. But I don't know really. Somebody bookish as well. I mean,
People will come up to you and will just say geek, but it's not an offensive thing because you're. Geek culture has grown pretty much. It's become far more mainstream, I think, over the years.
I think there's some things like, I mean, sure, I feel like somehow I feel obliged to say My Little Pony right now, but even stuff like, especially Big Bang Theory, I think really brought it into the fold. Like sure, people still poke fun at it, but it remains kind of reverent of geekdom in a way. And especially like the Marvel movies, I mean, if you look at it overall, like people are getting aware of like card games or like these kind of subcultures. I mean, anime's moved into the West over the last decades. So I think overall geeks are moving more like movies like Kick-Ass, like, that make it into like on big screens. I think movies, comic book movies, comic book licenses, video games are becoming more mature. So I think it has definitely changed, and I'd say for the better.
Because I think the things that geeks like have evolved, so. I think nerd applies more to the academic side of it, geeks more the culture itself, I think.
I think a nerd for me is something that's more rooted in technology. So you can be a nerd about, computer sciences. You can be a nerd. You can be a nerd about things in society. You can be a nerd about, cars in a way. Like if you're more on the theoretical end of it. I think the geek is more playful. It's like a geek can geek out about art, about animation, about subjective matters. Whereas the nerd is more focused on objective things, like numbers and charts and tables. So the geek would geek out about the artwork on the newest D&D rulebook, and the nerd would nerd out about the numbers and the tables and how they adjusted and fine-tuned everything. So I'd say there's a differentiation for me at least, but I guess it's up to the individual to kind of decide.